My partner teaches college and also writes novels, so ChatGPT is dual whammy soul crushing. On the upside, I don't know who, it's Man Carrying Thing. He made a video I thought that was really interesting. It was not a comedy video, and it was about his experiences with people using ChatGPT for writing. And what he found was that the target audience for ChatGPT for writing are people that always wanted to write a book, but never learned the skill, and nobody wants to read their book. So really the business case, it's like people that sell useless gym gear. Do you know what I'm saying? The business of ChatGPT for those people is not for them to make books that people will buy or read. It's just to sell to the people that always dreamed of doing something creative but can't. And that's really seemingly what it's more doing. It's just making them happy to create a book, but the people aren't buying the book. And that was an interesting way to think about it. And he said he walked away from that feeling more confident in the power of people learning how to write. In fact, the skill is going to be rarer and more in demand. There's something to be said. I don't know. I'm interested. If you really wanted to write a great book, I don't think AI should stop you. Because honestly, you can tell when ChatGPT is writing, and it's for like fiction, it sucks. It could be funny. It could be all right. Human beings like stories no matter what, but it doesn't have that. Some web novels I read at Patrons that make bank. Yeah, I know a friend that does a web comic, and she makes bank, or at least does pretty well. I don't know. People will use it, but I still think it's going to be humans using it as a bonus tool. If you have the skill of what makes something interesting and good and fun and compelling to read, then AI maybe will help you make it faster. I don't doubt that. But if you don't have that skill, I don't think it'll give it to you. I think it'll let you generate more slop. Someone said this, I think like fantasy smut authors from Book Talk are screwed. I think that's actually true. Dude, because I don't think people actually care about the quality of what they're reading. I think they literally want plot to move forward with smut in it. But the quality of the writing wasn't good to begin with. Yeah, I want the vampire to have sex with the werewolf. And I don't care how we get there. I just want the vampire to fuck the werewolf. And I want more of it. I want 10, 15, 30 novels. Possibly make a sequel with a werewolf fuck the vampire. Yes, dude. Anyway, interesting stuff. I think George R.R. Martin needs to ChatGPT out his sixth book. Can you imagine? Dude, can you imagine if after 14 years, Winds of Winter comes out and it's like, Daenerys, you're not just great, you're amazing. Your dragons are bold and powerful. You want to take over Westeros? You're a warrior. You said it. I hear you, and I think that's it's just M dashes, and that would be so funny. You've really cut to the heart of this issue. And who has a better story than Brad? Wait, can I ask? I just want to see what ChatGPT would say. ChatGPT, I'm sick of waiting for Winds of Winter by George R.R. Martin. Can you cook up a chapter real quick? Dude, I'm actually not pandering. I seriously believe this. When I read a piece of fiction, I can read ChatGPT all day when I'm learning stuff. When I read fiction from ChatGPT, my brain turns off. When they write characters, I don't. It's like, dude, it's not even that it's bad, because you could have tricked me if some human told me this is a human thing. It's like once I know it's not a human, my brain can't latch on. Can you add more M dashes and make sure to validate all the characters' feelings? Okay, it's better. Not perfect though. Can you have 10x the amount of M dashes? Now this is good. I need way more M dashes than this. I needed it between almost every word. Cinema! That's literature. Finally, a good piece of content. You don't thank ChatGPT when you're done. Last stream, I convinced ChatGPT that I thought the earth was flat and then tricked it into saying edge of the earth. Okay, I'm not saying thank you. I've already pissed it off. You don't tip your AI. Yeah, I send personally some cash to Sam Altman every time I use ChatGPT. I just mail him a check and say, thank you. Thank you, Sam. How do you stay optimistic about our future? I find it a struggle not to become so jaded and doom and gloom in my thoughts. First one, the easy one, I'm rich. Okay. People are going to say it, I'll say it. I'm rich. Makes it easier. I'm rich and married. I'm rich, married. I like my friends. I like my family. I don't have a lot of the things that would normally make me depressed. And I've been depressed in my life, but now those things, okay? Fully aware. Step 2, and I think this is possibly more important. This is not the worst period in American history. Okay. It's not the worst period in world history. Every time that you think, God, it's so bad, it can't get worse, understand that it's been way worse and gotten better. The world has had way worse times and gotten better. I think being doomer is not only like not productive, but I think it's like just incorrect. Like no matter how doomer you are, someone non-doomer is going to have to pick up the slack and work on making things better. So you're just making it harder for that person, but they will do it. Whether you're super doomer or not, someone will pick up the slack and it will get better eventually based on all of history, but it will be nice if you were part of it. What's the worst age to be right now, you think, economy wise? Dude, that's right. You know, it's crazy. Not that I'm ever going to say that Gen Z don't have it tough. They do. They really do. It's not an easy time to graduate or enter the world or understand what's going on. But if you were to ask me who's got it the hardest right now, I actually low-key think like older Gen X in industries that no longer exist. Like if you were in journalism, if you're like 45 and you spent your whole year learning journalism or like certain parts of music production that got automated, or like people that like put all of their time into an industry that just vanished in the last 10, 15 years, I feel really bad for them because it's very hard to start again. I would say they're kind of cooked. Old Gen X is 60. Maybe I'm thinking like 50, whatever. I'm just saying someone who's not like at the level to retire. They still have 15 years left in their career, but the career they chose, which made sense when they were young, is just gone. So all of the time they put into it is wasted. That's what I think. That is the generation that's like just not talked about, that is just getting fucked. You're describing your own generation? No, I'm not. No, millennials are different. Millennials' problems are really just graduating into recession. Most of them, I mean, I guess some millennials are like all in on computer science, which is now having a real hard time hiring. But maybe an older millennial, really old one, like an 80s millennial, might have still thought like print journalism could work or whatever, but I'd say most didn't. Most were avoidant of that. Millennials have jobs and experience in the comp sci industry. Gen Z comp sci is cooked. Yeah, I mean, entry level right now is what's fucked. Entry level is terrible, but you'd rather be young going to entry level than old, kicked out of your job and trying to start again at entry level. That's even scarier, because usually you have more responsibilities and bills to think and pay for it. That's what I would say. But it's not like it's a competition. Most people are getting screwed. Yeah, but you have a house? Are you thinking I'm talking about myself? Do you think I'm talking about myself when I say Gen X journalism guy that lost his job? What are you talking about? No, I'm not. At no point am I talking about myself. Don't you all share the same house? I'm fine. I mean, I think I should have more subs. Obviously, I think in general, streamers should always be paid more. Like, I don't even think it should be up to you guys to give it to me. I just think the government should give me some sort of sub handout. Like in my ideal world, there's like a government streamer tax credit where like the people who are hardest working job creators, streamers, get a subsidy. Yeah, yeah, a subsidy. Every chatter should be donating their salary to the hardest working streamers of America. Yes, unironically. Okay, to build this great country back, we need to get more money in the hands of content creators. Do companies not foresee the problem down the line of having few experienced developers if they refuse to hire entry level? Tragedy of the commons, bro. They think someone else will handle it. They can see the problem, but they're not going to be the one to fix it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's someone else's problem. Half of them think AI will solve it. The other half think someone else will train them. Also, actually, 100% of them think I'm not going to be around at this company in 10 years. I'm going to cash out my stock options, get rich, and retire. Like none of them, nobody at the executive level's like, I got a plan for this to be a lay off highest earning staff into rehiring them into lower paying senior roles. There's the move right now, it seems. Yeah, I mean, I think Meta's about to do big layoffs. A lot of tech companies did layoffs, obviously. But the entry level job market in computer science is horrendous. It's miserable. I'm not saying it can't be done. People have done it. I actually know people have done it, but it's barren. It's not a great time. Not as bad as people make it out to be. I would disagree. Just by the stats, right? But I think you could all, people do get jobs. It's not impossible. It's just harder.